Chief, were you late for practice and will you get fined for that?
I don't think I was late. I thought I was starting at 1. Somebody changed it on me.
Oh, yeah, you did. You
It's
pointed to the clock and it was
that's
only
not
12:46.
Yeah, I was early.
Though you were the last one on the ice.
Yeah, I wasn't informed about the time change.
Wouldn't you be maybe among the first?
I made it 1 o'clock, so that's when we started early.
You're 14 minutes early.
Yeah.
We thought, sorry, I'm in the frame of you. We thought it was an optional for a second, so.
No optional. Well, a couple of guys didn't go out, but we wanted to get everybody moving a little bit and work on the power play. So.
What's the deal with Fox?
Oh, he's
The
fine.
rest day?
Yeah,
He's played a ton of minutes.
a lot of minutes and stuff. So, kept them off.
Any good news with Letty and Bortuzzo skating?
Well, it's good. Like, we'll see how they do on the ice today. Like, but I can't answer that question now. So, we'll see how they do after they skate here.
We got a little excited when we saw Berube run the power play. Was he just a placeholder for Fox?
Yeah, well, right now we'll see. I mean, he's a possibility tomorrow too.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's come along, huh?
Yeah.
He looks pretty good out there, doesn't he? Moving around.
Well, he can move the puck and he moves well, So, it's good to see him. He's back. He's ready to go if we need him. So we'll see.
Greg, you can talk about his mobility all we want. It looks like his legs are there, but is it just all about the timing with his hands?
Well, yeah, he hasn't played games in a long time, so it was good that he could run that power play with Kyrou out right now. So we'll see how that goes. But he needs some reps. So that was one of the reasons we wanted to get out there today too.
How did Scandal come out with both?
Scandy, yeah. I mean, obviously he's fine. I mean, but he's back out there again today, which is good, and he made out all right last night.
How's Krug? Anything you can share? There?
Yeah, it's just lower body. It's going to be some time.
Well, it's weird. All this kind of happened at once,
Yeah, it's unfortunate, like I said, but we got to try to do what we can do and control what we can control, and guys going to go in there and they got to do the job.
What do you lose with him, quarterback, in that power play?
Well, a lot. He's been he's ran that power play for quite some time, and it's been very successful. So, but he's not around, so somebody else got to come in and do the job.
Will Husso definitely be the goalie next game?
Yeah, we'll decide that tomorrow.
Is it something you're at least thinking about, or?
What's that?
Playing Binnington.
It's always in our thoughts, yeah.
How do you think Husso did?
Well,
I know
I
you
think,
mentioned the second goal.
I think that he's done a pretty good job for us. I don't think that we allowed them to have some odd man rushes last night in the game. That's tough. We got to do a better job there. We can't give up odd man rushes like that in the game.
Has there been anything different to those, or has there been anything specific you're seeing that's?
I think that early on in the game we had a lot of energy, and we got caught with just losing our D, and then forwards not being in good position to reload, and then there's some turnover plays too, just some forcing the pucks that that's not there. They got guys back, they're in good position, so we're gonna have to work for our offense, and we got to make sure that we're doing a better job of not turning pucks over and giving them they're waiting for that and they're going the other way. So we gotta work the goal line. That's the bottom line, and we got to make sure that we get there a lot more than we did last night. Early on, we're on our toes, and we're down there and doing a good job. But overall, we got down 2-0 right away. Kind of shot the energy out of us for a bit.
Yeah. Long talk with Tarasenko. Anything?
Yeah, just going over stuff with him, and what I'm seeing, and it's all good.
Craig, what do you feel like you need to do better with that Eriksson-Ek line? I mean, obviously they're out there to try to take away your top line, but it looks like they're producing at the other end. What do you need to do better on those guys?
Well, they're a heavy line in the offensive zone, and the one thing you got to make sure that you don't give them the time there. Like we're allowing them to get there too much, and we got to do a better job of that, because when they get there, they're hard to handle. They're three big guys, and again, their goals that they're getting are all around the net. So we didn't protect our net good enough. We've got to do a better job with all five guys of protecting our net in the slot area, because that's where their goals come from. They get the puck there, and they're big, heavy guys, and you got to battle.
It seemed like you had really good possession time in games 1 and 2, but just not You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of got away from you there.
Yeah, in Game 3, like I said, I think that we got really, our energy got zapped, getting scored on early like that, 2 goals. And then, then we're kind of playing a little bit hope for individual hockey and not staying with it. And, at times we got back to it, but it was too late,
Craig, can you have, when you put Perron on the one off wing and Tarasenko on the other side, is that something that you can consider and gives you a better option because, you don't know what they're, what they
On
want to take
power
away?
play?
Yeah.
Well, we've had that power play unit most of the year was together. We made a switch, I can't remember when, and, just because I can't remember why the switch was made, we made it, but, the power play was still producing, so we left it. But now we're going to go, these guys are familiar. They've done it. They've been together for quite some time. They know each other well, and you got 2 threats on the flanks, and it's been good before. So it's had success in the past.
Do you think that they, did you notice at all, were they kind of shifting a little attention to Perron?
Oh, definitely. I think that they're collapsing and tight, and you got to work the top. We're gonna have to take some. We're gonna have to pound some pucks. We got to get it through, and got to get some rebound and some opportunities around the net. That's really what a lot of it boils down to, especially in playoff time. Same thing I talked about before, 5-on-5. We've got to do a better job of getting pucks low to high and pounding pucks and getting into the hard areas to score goals.
Is there a way to sense the urgency, the hunger, whatever word you want to insert there, of the team from practice today?
Yeah, no, I thought it was good life out there. We had a tough meeting this morning, I think, which is needed, and go from there, get on the ice and get moving a little bit, and energy was good.
Were you doing all the talking in the meeting, or?
Quite a bit.
Was it just the review of yesterday's
Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
Going over the tape?
And you usually don't sugarcoat things, huh?
No, not usually, but these guys don't. They're smart guys. They know what's going on. They know where we got to be better.
And, it's only 2-1. You're at home. You got a veteran
Yeah,
team.
no, exactly. That's what we said. We got to win a game, and then it's just we're right there.
David, what's your biggest takeaway from last night?
It's just that we had to turn the page right away. I think it was good to get on the ice quickly, briefly today to just kind of help do that and talk about some of the things that we did successfully in Game 1 versus obviously the last 2, and then even more kind of came unglued a little bit the way we wanted to play after those first couple of goals there yesterday.
David, the pace seemed so frenetic at the start. Was it almost a case of with the crowd and everything?
Frenetic? What does that mean? I'm French.
Frantic, like, fast, back and forth. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like you were almost over amped because of the crowd was.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure, like, obviously we'd like to look back and it's kind of crazy because I felt like that first shift was good, and then all of a sudden they go down, they score. So a little bit disappointed for sure about that. I don't know if that's the case. The guys were too amped up. I know, like, personally, every time I think when it's playoffs, you're just trying to go out there and play your game, and the emotions are going to be there. So I don't know. Maybe that's something we got to look at.
I know a lot can happen between now and tomorrow, but
Yeah.
what would it mean to you guys if you can get these guys back in the lineup?
Which guys?
The 2 guys, Letty,
Okay.
if they can get back in there.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll worry about that tomorrow. I mean, I think, like, at times it felt like we beat ourselves a little bit yesterday, and then it wasn't just about who was in the lineup or not. So, yeah, it's always huge. But I feel like if we end up talking about the guys that aren't here, we don't worry enough about the guys that are here right now, and that's what's important. That's what's going to get us back to a 2-2 series, and we're focusing on that, and whoever's playing, that'd be great.
Obviously, I'm not asking you who you want to be the goalie. I'm not asking you that. But can you describe how? if
Not the
there's
coach.
Right. If there in the past we've seen goalie changes during the course of a series, what is the purpose of that to the players? Is there?
Doesn't matter. I think maybe change the momentum a little bit. Just a different look. You see that happens it happens all the time. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't. So
On that, watched part of the game again last night. It looked like on that first 2-on-1, it looked like you were going to catch the guy. I mean, did you feel like you were going to get there and at least get a get a stick on him?
Yeah, a little bit. I think a lot of things happen quickly there. Kind of two or three little mistakes that happened on that goal, I would say. Yeah, so I think the way we want to play two on one is for sure more in that regard. Kind of go at. I'm trying to go at that guy, and we have the guy kind of slide more to the middle or kind of cut that pass. But hey, it's hard. It happens quick. Like I didn't reload early enough. I think Big Perron kind of got caught just a step in, and then because I wasn't reloading for him, then it kind of turned into that. Then again, another step one way on the 2-on-1, and then hey, that's hockey too. So we should have been able to recover from that. I think it's also what happened afterwards that that wasn't good enough for our club.
David, Chief felt like you guys were sufficient and good enough getting traffic around Fleury last night. A couple of guys we talked to felt like maybe it could be a little better. What's your take on that? Do you feel like you can make it more chaotic around him still? Or are you doing enough?
I don't think necessarily that's just the only problem. I just feel like we just don't spend enough time possessing the puck, building our game, building momentum, building the crowd with us to get to that point. Almost, we're a lot one and done, and yeah, you can say it's being at the net, but I think it's having the right intentions before that. And I know our lineup's not built to do that as much as years past, but still, it is playoffs, and you don't see them allowing a goal where they're beating themselves, and I think we did that several times, and even several times that it didn't go in yesterday. So we looked at that. We're going to be better in that regard.
As I say, it's funny in hockey, you break it down with video and talking about all that stuff, but then there's also the idea of just like who's hungrier.
Yeah.
And all that. Can you describe the importance of just that aspect of the playoffs?
Yeah, exactly. That's why your system, you have to rely on that a lot when the emotions are high, everything. You got to know that where guys are going to be, you got to be predictable to each other, and usually that will translate to success. And I think we're also a team that's used to scoring a lot of goals, so when we don't have them early, we almost want to press too much too soon, and that's not a good recipe for playoff right now, playoff hockey, but we'll rectify that hopefully tomorrow.
How much
It
does it
seemed like
affect
that-
your power play when you're missing a guy like Torrey Krug in there?
Yeah, it's big for sure. I mean, just even like the last 10 games, we didn't have him, then we didn't have Schenner, then I missed one, and then we found a way to get one somehow, even through that. I think we were 1 for 3 yesterday, so we got to keep pushing, got to keep getting results in the power play, no matter who's out there. And Scotty got some reps this morning, so I don't know what's going to happen there, but it's good to see him out there.
It seemed like they were shifting to you, and Fleury was really aware of where you were on the power play. One, did you sense that at all? And two, looks like now Tarasenko will be back on the other wall. That might help balance it out. I mean, did you sense that they were shifting over to you? It sure seemed that way.
Yeah, it feels like that for sure. They've done a good job adjusting. That's playoffs, and we have our own little adjustments that we're going to try and make and see if we can profit from there. But yeah, I think after the first game, they made a good adjustment, and it's been a little bit tougher getting looks that I want from that side in the areas that I know I can score from. And yeah, they've done a good job. I got to respond to it, and I mean, it's not me necessarily. I think it's everybody as a whole, as our unit. We got to respond, and I think, like you said, if we get a goal from the other side, if we get a 1 or 2 play from the top, from below the goal line, whatever, we get one in off the rush on a breakout, that might change everything.
But I mean, overall, it's just 2-1. It's not 3-1, and you're playing at home. I mean, you guys are veterans. I mean, you feel like it's no time to go, oh, woe is us or anything, right?
No, I think there's definitely no time for that. We just gotta grab our energy, and obviously those late games are tough on everybody. Not much sleep, even I think, I don't know, with kids and everyone. You still find a way to get up early anyway. So just grab your energy, reset, and be ready to go tomorrow.
So you're looking for an afternoon game then?
Yeah, very much. I think just a regular start. Like, it's one thing, it's 8:30, but it's really, I think it was 8:50 start. Like, that's crazy. It's I don't get it at all, but it is what it is.
And 3 o'clock is better.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be good.
So, Jordan, not the end of the world. I mean, 2-1, you got a home game. What's the mindset of the team here entering game 4?
I think we just want to focus on ourselves and get back to our game and get back the way we know how to play, and that's obviously being hard defensively and harder defensively. So
Yeah,
Chief just said you guys had a hard meeting this morning. Some tough love from the coach, sometimes good for the players too.
yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely it's nice to get a little spark sometimes, and get a little fire on your butt, and get you a little pissed off. So it's good.
Did it get you pissed off?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a motivation kind of thing too, as well. It just kind of gets you going. Gets you fired up. So it's good.
Is that a tough game to watch again? To go over that, to look at Game 3 a second time?
I mean, no, it's good to watch over. Obviously, it's a tight series, and you gotta be able to adjust every game, right? So it's good to look over film for sure.
Jordan, you guys had really good possession time in games 1 and 2, but not so much last night. How did that get away from you guys, would you say?
Like I said, I think we just got to be better defensively, and better defense comes more offense, and you have the puck more. So.
Yeah. Third period you were with Thomas, and it seemed like you guys always seem to connect. Do you kind of like that pairing, and why does it kind of work whenever you guys are together?
Yeah, obviously I love playing with Tomer. He's a great player, and I mean, obviously, our friendship off the ice is, we're really close buddies. But I think on the ice, it's just the way we play. I think we play really similar. We're always moving our feet, and we're always looking for quick little passes, quick little plays. So I think we just have that really good chemistry.
Jordan, what are you seeing out there from a 5-on-5 perspective? I mean, you guys have been so good at it all year long, but only 3 goals in this series, and really 2 if you want to consider the one was right after a power play. Why do you feel like 5-on-5 offensively just hasn't been there so far?
I think they're just doing a great job of, kind of just being super tight defensively. They're not really giving us much off the rush, and obviously we like getting chances off the rush. So, like I said, it's a series. It's full of mind games and stuff. So you got to try to adjust your game, and so we got to try to change that up a bit.
I wanted to follow up on you and Thomas. The fact that you're close friends with a guy, can that carry over to the ice in terms of the chemistry?
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
And how does that manifest itself? Just that kind of maybe you have a better idea where he is or what he likes to do, or maybe spots on the ice where you like the puck more. Or?
I think it's more just you're just comfortable with each other, so you're more comfortable playing how you like to play, kind of thing. So.
Was there maybe this is too strong a word, but an embarrassment from the team from last night's game?
Yeah, definitely not the way we want to play, for sure. I mean, they're a good team, so we need to come out a lot harder than that.